Hello, everybody, and welcome to this weekly update for Wednesday, the 1st of July. I'm James Croft. I'm the leader of the Ethical Society of St. Louis, and I have a couple of announcements for you this week to keep everybody up to date. First, an important announcement. A couple of members have contacted me concerned about how the prolonged closure of the Ethical Society's building is affecting the Society's community and our finances. I want to say two things. Firstly, I share the concern that a prolonged period of closure makes it more difficult for people to build those connections that are really important to members of the Ethical Society, and particularly makes it more difficult for visitors to the Society, people who are visiting virtually right now, to get a sense for the Society and decide to join. We're putting in place a new system to encourage members to join the Society even though our building is closed, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that at the end of this announcement. But the most important thing I want to tell you today is that the Society is not under threat of losing our building or having to sell the grounds or anything like that. We have done a financial assessment of how much being closed for a few more months might affect the Society. And while there is a financial impact on the Society, of course, through lost rentals, etc., it is nowhere near enough to threaten the viability of the Society. The Ethical Society of St. Louis has benefited from excellent financial stewardship over a number of years now and is in a strong financial position, and we can weather this storm. So please do not worry about the future of the Ethical Society. As long as there isn't another pandemic after this one, I think we're going to be just fine. On that note, though, it's important for me to mention that pledges are our main component of funding. And while this is a very difficult time for people, financially speaking, if you are able to maintain or even increase your pledge, which many members have already done, the Ethical Society would be very, very grateful. This is a challenging time for us, and we can only get through it with your help. So thank you so much for continuing to pledge even while our building is closed. I have had a number of requests from members to look into ways that we could start gathering outside. I've heard you, and we are going to begin to experiment with social distance outside gatherings starting in September for fall gathering. After our regular virtual platform on that Sunday, we are planning to organize an outdoor gathering for those who wish to attend as well. Look out for more details about that in September's Connection and upcoming weekly email blasts like this one. Secondly, I'd like to make an announcement about the 1619 project, Community Listening, which the End Racism team has put together. In that project, they're going to explore the 1619 podcast. The 1619 podcast includes articles, poems, images, and the podcast, which explore the legacy of the American slavery system beginning 400 years ago. All of the meetings of this important project will be held on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on our regular Zoom account, so many of you should know how to join that already. The first meeting is July the 8th. That's 7 p.m. July the 8th, where they're going to be discussing episode 1, The Fight for a True Democracy. If you could listen to that episode before joining that discussion, that would be ideal. But you can join the discussion without listening to the episode if you'd prefer. Finally, I have an announcement, which I promised at the beginning, about the process of building a new pipeline from being a visitor to the Society to becoming a member of the Society. Honestly, one of our main challenges as a community over the past few years has been that while we get many visitors and a lot of interest from new people wanting to consider the Society, many of those visitors do not become members, and I'd like to improve that. Because we are currently not meeting in our building and all our gatherings are happening virtually, this seems like a great time to rethink our pipeline to membership. So I'm putting together a team of volunteer members who would like to work with me on redesigning a complete pipeline from first visit to membership of the Ethical Society. If you'd like to participate in that group, please email me at jcroft@ethicalstl.org. Thank you all for everything you're all doing to keep the Society's community together while our building is closed. I'm hugely grateful for your confidence and your support. Have a great week.